guys, you really have to find. You really have to watch that show, and you learn everything about that. Everything. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Kayla, Kidz TV. Today we're going to talk about something that just came out this week on Netflix. It's called Waffles and Mochi. And you know who created it? Drum roll, please. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife. Barack Obama was the first black president of the United States of America. Waffle and Mochi were living in a frozen, icy place where all foods were frozen. Frozen pizza, frozen icicles, frozen everything that you know that's frozen. That's where they lived. And where ice creams never melt. So one day, they were watching this show, and they were cooking. All they cooked was ice. Ice for dinner, ice for breakfast, ice for lunch, ice, everything, ice. Their dream was to become a chef. So they left the frozen place, and then they moved to the supermarket so they can find fresh foods. Waffles and Mochi is mostly about food and other cultures because all the people all around the world, not all around the world, but all the people all around the world came to Waffle and Mochi to talk about food. From Japanese to the United States, all around the United States actually. Yeah, it's a lot of cultures. I'm going to tell you what I learned about that show, but guys, you really have to watch that show, and you learn everything about that. Everything about the cultures and foods they do. In the first episode of Waffles and Mochi, I learned about tomatoes. And tomatoes can belong everywhere. Tomatoes are mostly fruit because they have seeds inside, and chefs use them as vegetables, like on pizzas, everything you see that's made of ketchup, everything that you see that's made of tomatoes. So tomatoes mostly belong everywhere, you know. Like you belong everywhere. You can be everywhere. You can be everywhere. You can be a doctor, engineer, a scientist, a musician. Yeah. You can be anything you want. It's your choice, not mine. In episode 2, Waffles and Mochi, they learn about salt. That salt can come from mountains, salt can come from volcanoes, salt can come from caves, salt can come from seawater, salt can come from... Yeah, that's only it. But they learned that you should not put too much salt, or it's just going to taste too salty. But if you put a pinch of salt, it's going to taste just right. Mwah. It's about moderation. In episode 3, they're talking about potatoes. Potatoes might look like rocks to you, but in the inside they look beautiful. You can cook potatoes, and you can make a potato a battery. A battery potato, like a regular battery. For example, like if your battery fails, you can use a potato battery to put it back to normal, because potato batteries have more energy than a regular battery. So potato power! A potato might look ugly to you, but it's not on the outside. It's all in the inside. That's the beauty. Not the outside, no. The inside. That's your heart. Episode 4. In episode 4, Waffles and Mochi learn how to pickle a cucumber. Secretly, they didn't tell you this, but a cucumber is mostly a pickle. They just changed the name. Changed it, you hear me? They just pickled it. They had to wait 5 days. Pickling takes time. All you need is a jar, water, apple cider vinegar, and salt. And put anything you want in the pickling. And then close the lid very tightly and wait for 5 days. Patience, you hear me? Patience. You need patience to have all the good things in life. Episode 5. All about rice. You can have black rice, white rice, brown rice, yellow rice, golden rice. But mostly the yellow one's golden rice. All kind of rice. You can find rice all over the world. They make special meals with just rice. It's not by itself, it's with other ingredients. The rice is the main ingredient of all the foods all around the world. A chef taste. Same way we can find rice all over the world. Same way we can find our roots all over the world. We have family all over the world. Moms, dads, sister, brother, cousins, aunts, grandfathers, grandmothers, and most importantly, your friends. They can be friendly too, you know. Episode 6. In episode 6, we learn about eggs. We can find eggs all over the world. That's all birds. Some eggs can be small, some eggs can be big, and some eggs can be in the middle. In that episode, Mrs. Obama made a mistake. She forgot to bring the eggs to their friends. So Waffles and Mochi went on an adventure, and they learned that it's okay to make mistakes. It's because you can learn from your mistakes and discover new things from your mistakes. Episode 7. In episode 7, it's called Herbs and Spices. Waffles and Mochi were walking around the store and they saw a zero tag. So they put it all around the store, around the herbs and spices, and everyone took the herbs and spices, and then the store lost the color. Yeah, it was not good. So Waffles and Mochi travel all around the world to find herbs and spices to make the store have color again. And on that, the same way that herbs and spices work together to make delicious foods, this is the same way we work with other people to get things done. If you need for help, you should ask a girl now to help you, or somebody else you know to help you. Episode 8. Just like the rice, people use corns in different ways. Just like the tomato, corn is a fruit and a vegetable. Because the seeds, that's where we eat the corn. The seeds are mostly a fruit. And the vegetable, that's what other chefs use it for. And people all around the world can make delicious dishes with corn. In that episode, There were contests, and I learned everything doesn't turn out what you expect it to be. But sometimes it turns out good. Episode 9! In episode 9, it's all about mushrooms. In episode 9, it's all about mushrooms. Some people might think it's scary, but delicious. Mushroom comes in different shapes and sizes. And they eat dead things. They fertilize it to make their food. Like composting. We compost trash to make the earth a better place. You can eat mushrooms without anything. Nothing. Like no ingredients, nothing. Just by itself. But don't eat wild mushrooms. Or you can cook delicious foods with mushrooms. I learned that mushrooms might look scary, but they taste delicious. Different or scary, it might be good. Episode 10. In episode 10, they talk about water. Waffles and Mochi didn't know water was the most important ingredient in the world. We live on water plus. They went all around the world to see what water really does. They learned that water can make us drink, water can grow plants, water can make us live. Water is mostly important. And water, you know when you're cooking spaghetti and you put a little spices to it? Water is the one that makes the spices grow and grow to make more flavor than it was before, than you expected. So water is very important, and that's why you should not waste water. Or we're not gonna have any food, we're not able to drink, and our body does have some water. So if we don't save water, we're doomed. 100% doomed. That's it, guys. It was 10 episodes. Remember, guys, I give you some advice about that video because I don't want to spoil all of it. So you guys can watch it with your family and friends. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but I gave you some things that they might say in the video. I tell you guys, my family learned a lot of that video. We learned so much about cultures and food. Also, guys, Waffles and Mochi is about friends, family, culture, and most importantly, reaching your goals. Like Waffles and Mochi reached their goals via chef. Taste buds. No. The most important thing in that show is your taste buds. You see all the bumps on my tongue? Those are my taste buds. They help you learn about sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. It's hard to say, but umami. I have a special thank you to Mrs. Obama. I learned a lot from Waffles and Mochi. A lot. And I really like it. Really. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. And guys, please watch that video on Netflix. You learn a lot from it. A lot from